So hi everybody. I haven't been filming for the last few weeks. Things have been quite interesting here. It's been August and September anyway, so it's been the hottest part of the season, and I haven't really been doing a lot of repairs. I've had a friend staying with me, and we've been off sailing, which has been great. Eureka's performed really well. Obviously there's things that have gone wrong, and there's things for me to do now to repair it, but I need to basically make you aware of what's been happening. So as many of you will know, I have been working full-time for an American company, a global company, on a 100% remote basis for the last 4 years. In fact, it's what enabled me to move out to Greece in the first place. Most of my team based in the States, so it's ideal for me because it meant that I was actually working evenings rather than working during the day, so I was able to do what I needed to do during the day and then start work. A couple of years ago they decided that COVID was over, everything was going back to normal, we want you back in the office, and at which point it was like, well, it's a 2-day commute to the office, so I can't. And we've been discussing it and what have you. Top and bottom is my last day with them was just over a week ago. So I was given a choice, basically. I could relocate to Seattle or I could go back to Manchester. Neither of which really appealed to me. I mean, the reason I took the job in the first place is so I could have the lifestyle that I wanted. So I've taken a huge gamble in that I have basically agreed with them to part company, so I've now got no job, and I've spent a week basically coming to terms with that, trying to decide what I'm going to do next. I do YouTube basically for the fun of it. It is monetized, but I mean I'm lucky if I get a tenner a month out of YouTube. It's never going to be enough to earn me a living, so I've been looking for other things to do, and I'm picking up bits and pieces during the season, charter work and boat maintenance stuff, things like that, but it's sort of focused my mind a little bit. So Driscoll's is still for sale, hasn't sold yet. I've had a couple of people interested but nothing concrete, and it's coming to the end of the season. It's mid-September now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to button up Driscoll's for the winter, get it prepared for the winter, and I'll show you how I do that. There's a couple of jobs that I wanted to do on Driscoll's to finish her off anyway, so maybe I'll tackle those over the winter. But it all needs money, and that means I need to find a new job. So these videos may be a bit patchy from now until everything's sorted, so apologies for that, but it is what it is, I'm afraid. Still, I've got 1 or 2 bits and pieces to show you, so I hope you enjoy this video. So while the Evenwood is off for repair, I managed to get hold of this little Johnson 15 2-stroke, which is doing the job nicely, but it is a little bit small. So the plan is to get the Evenwood repaired because the helical coil's gone, get that actually serviced and running properly and reliably, and then sell this one. And I should at least be able to make my money back on it, so we'll see how we get on. Theo loves the workboat though. We're back in Vliho Bay doing various errands and what have you, taking the sail back to be repaired, and he's very much a boat dog. He loves it. Back in Vliho, and the weather has turned. It's the first real rain we've had. It's highlighted some issues that I need to address, notably leaking hatches. So linings come down, boat turns into a tip, and yeah, it's wet and miserable. Thankfully I had the foresight to do the side windows, so at least it's not dripping on the bed. But the sealant has definitely failed. I mean, look at this, you can actually push the plastic up in the corners, and it's just not sealed at all. So, first big rains of the autumn. This hatch is definitely leaking. quite badly, and so is the other one. And Theo's been on the deck, but never mind. So I've got to get it off. I've taken the screws out, but it's well stuck down. I've got to get it off and resealed, and then take this window out and reseal that as well. So yeah, got my work cut out because the rain clouds are gathering again, but I'm just trying to see if I can get this done as quickly as I can. Well, that came out easy, mainly because they just used bathroom sealer, so it had all pretty much gone. So bit of a clean up to do, and then I can look at resealing it. So I'm going to get the generator running so I can run the sander just to clean up the edges. So it's not pretty, but the rain's come, so I've covered it in a tarp. Hopefully that will help it cure and it'll keep the rain off. And I'm going to have to just use a razor blade to get all of the excess off when the rain's gone. And then I'm going to run another bead of Sikaflex around the outside of it, where the frame meets the gel coat, because that is well stuck down. I think it's 5200, so it's not going to move without breaking something. So I'm going to have to leave that. The screws are currently out, so I'm probably going to still get some water ingress, but it's better than it was. And with the tarp over it, hopefully that means that this area can stay dry, so I can now tidy up my mess here and yeah, get all this lot a bit more ship shape. Oh dear, never ending. Still, it needed to be done, and I'm glad it's done now and out of the way. Then I can put the lining back and it'll look nice again. Okay, onto the second hatch, and all around the edge is free. That's fine, but it's Sikaflex along here, and that's not gone. My concern is if I try and bend it too much, I'm going to crack the lens, the glazing, perspex plastic, whatever you want to call it. So I'm trying to slide this in, try and break the Sikaflex seal, and we shall see if it's going to work. If it doesn't, I'm going to be in trouble because it's going to rain again fairly soon. That took a lot of doing with that. So, right, big clean up, and we'll see about sticking it back down again. But Theo still needs his walkies, so this is a little stretch at the bottom of Leho Bay, which is quite nice. It goes nowhere. This sort of ends in, well, just ends, but he likes it. I hate grinding fiberglass because the dust gets absolutely everywhere, but the hatch had to come out because it wasn't sealing at all. So I managed to get the hatch out, and this is the reason why, because this is original and you can see it's fiberglassed in. This is original and it's fiberglassed into the deck. This isn't. This is somebody else's add-on. Not quite sure what this is all about. I think they, I don't know what they've done, but this here, these are layers of plywood and they're not even stuck in properly, screwed down, and then there's fiberglass on the top, but there's no fiberglass on the sides at all, and as a result of that, basically the water is getting in all the way along here and down this crack here and this crack here and this crack here and into there, and the same on this side. So I didn't stand a hope in hell of getting it to seal. So the only way of doing this is to grind it back, as I've done. I need to get into these corners, but I can't get the angle grinder in there, so I'm going to have to work out another way of doing that. And then once I've done that, I need to fiberglass across here and down here and tab it into this, into here, and right the way around, so that this whole area is sealed and more than one layer of fiberglass. And then once I've done that, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, not happy about this at all. And then I think the fiberglass probably needs to go inside here as well to seal the whole lot. So we're gonna give it a go. But it's Saturday, it's 6 o'clock, so everywhere's shut. I've got, I think, enough fiberglass to be able to actually do this, but the gel coat I've got is really old. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to be able to do the job. No rain forecast until Wednesday, so I'm hoping I'll be able to actually get this in place before the rain starts again, and then we'll see what happens from there. But of course, grinding fiberglass, it's all over now. All the gel coat, it's all over. So and inside as well. So I've got a big clean up to do tonight. Okay, so 2 layers of fiberglass so far, and it's not looking too bad. And this lot I'll grind back when I'm finished, so I'm not worried about the offcuts. So yeah, I've got another 2 layers to put on, I think, and then we can gel coat over the top once it's all cured, and hopefully that will give me a non-leaking hatch. We'll see. It's cured overnight. It's all good, so now I need to just trim the edges and sand it, and then it'll be ready for gel coat. Theo doesn't like all the noise, so he's got himself in the workboat. He's in the shadow, he's got some water, he's quite happy. He can get on and off if he wants to, so we'll just crack on and leave him in peace, I think. Moment of truth, see if my gel coat is actually any good. I've got this sanded down as far as I want it, really. Doesn't need to be perfect because the Sikaflex is going to bed and make it flat anyway. So the gel coat should cover anything else, and then we'll sand it flat from there. So we'll see. Let's get the gel coat out, see if it's any good. Well, good news is the gel coat is good. I could feel it catalysing even as I was brushing it on, because I over catalysed the mix. So I'm pleased with that, and I'm not too worried about the cosmetics per se, because this deck is going to be sanded and new anti-slip on there anyway. I just wanted to get this watertight, so it needs another layer of gel coat and then I can sand it back. So this is finishing gel coat. So as long as I just let it go off, don't leave it too long, put another layer on there, and then leave it and sand it. So yeah, much better. You can still see in the corner over there there's a little crack, but it's covered by the fiberglass. So once the hatch is bedded in, there's nowhere for the water to go to get in. So I'm reasonably happy with that at the moment. So I'm just going to let that cure while I have a cup of tea, and then we'll come on for another go. Okay, second iron gel coat is now on, and yeah, good. So normally I would leave that for 24 hours, but I haven't got that luxury, so I'm going to let it flash off and then come in and give it a light sand just to flatten it up slightly, and then we'll be ready to fit the hatch. So I can sand the edges once the hatch is in place, once it's all cured. I will just want to get this sealed, I need it sealed before I'm going to come in again. So yeah, good. Right, bit of a clean up and then another cup of tea. Cracking. Well, this is not good. The new hatch is too small, and it looks as though what they've given me, the dimensions they measured were the exterior dimensions, not the interior dimensions. So that's a sod. Right, so that's got to go back, and then yeah, so what do? Do I fit the old one? Well, my worst nightmare has just happened. You can hear it, can't you? The rain. 1:30 in the morning. It's not forecast to rain for 2 days, and it is. So I've had to just put a washboard over it for now, and it's keeping the worst of it off, but it is still dripping. So I've moved the sewing table. We'll just see what goes on from there. So, oh, what a mess. As you can see, it's raining, and I still haven't got the new hatch yet. So I've had to fit the old one back in, and put plenty of Sikaflex around it for now. And it does appear to be holding off. I've got a leak from the cables here, which I'll have to do something about, but it's only a tiny one, so I'm just going to leave it for now. The boat is a filthy mess, but this is settling now for a week. Once that's finished, I'll have a right good clean up. What is nice though is having the ceiling back up, and there are no leaks. So other than that tiny one, so yeah, you're covering it just there in front of the bathroom door. So, which is, it is coming from here, and it's this here, and it's dripping. And there's a little one there, that's where the other one is. So, yeah. But overall, we're good. We're good. So, just waiting the rain out now.